What's going on, y'all? So I got a subscriber request, man. This is a great video right here. This is going to help out a lot of people, especially y'all coming out of long-term relationships. You had a girlfriend, got all that attachment going for a while, and now you're back out here trying to get your game right. You're trying to get some females. For a lot of guys that haven't been exposed to female nature, especially the dating game today, this is going to be a wake-up call for y'all. All right, so I think I even went into this on one of my first videos. It's not like it was even probably before you got into your relationship, depending on how long it was. You know, from my own experience, I was in a long-term relationship towards the end of college all the way to like about a year ago or whatever, a little over a year ago. It was a wake-up call for me. And coming from somebody who was like doing his thing, hoeing around all throughout most of college, and then getting into a relationship, and then getting out and seeing how the shit changed, big difference. But you know what this guy's more so focused on is how to get back into the groove of things. Because you know, I remember myself when I was hoeing around, you know, it was easy, man. I felt like, you know, meet a female here, meet a female here. It was just, you know, easy to link up with them. It was easy to get things done, easy to, you know, step in and step out no matter what and not have any issues about it. But the thing about a relationship is, you know, these women try to build an attachment. Not to say that they try to trick you into it, because it's a mutual agreement in a relationship, but she becomes a necessity to you essentially in a relationship. She's trying to be the primary in your life. When you get out of that, number one thing I say, guys, if you just get in a relationship, you got to understand that you need to separate your emotional attachment from this chick. Some guys can do it, some guys can't. Usually it just takes time. But off rip, the number one thing you gotta do, you gotta get some more pussy. You have to. And you know, since you've been out of the game, listen, you're not Allen Iverson, bro. You need to practice. Real talk, you need to practice. Most guys, I doubt that you're just gonna get out of a relationship and go out there and start fucking bitches like it was nothing. Because more than likely, your talk game rusty. More than likely, depending on who broke up with who, you might have been broken up with. So maybe you was already fucking up. If you was fucking up in a relationship where she was already attached to you and you still blew that away, you really gonna have to tighten your game up. Because, you know, you go out here with these chicks now and you bring in that relationship vibe, they gonna get claustrophobic off the bat. They just gonna feel like you're just trying to enclose in on them and trap them. These girls out here trying to have fun. You got to look at it that way. You trying to have fun. Forget the emotional attachment you had with your lady. You got to get out here and experience some new things. You need to change your mindset about how you approach your females, because you can't go about it how you was, you know, texting your girl. A girl in a relationship is totally different from a chick out here that you just want to have fun with. Two different dynamics altogether. We know the emotional attachment, you know, that's something that's just going to take time. You might be thinking about this chick, you know, for a few weeks, every day. I don't know what type of guy you are, man, but that's going to take time. We're going to leave that to the side. I can't really address that. What you can address, though, is getting that next play, getting the next pleasure from a female, and you just leaving it strictly at that. That's it. Do not, you know, get attached at all. You have to leave the attachments at the door when you leave your place. Leave it all there. Don't bring any of that energy. So if your talk game is rusty, you need to look at every interaction you have with a female, mostly females. Because you could be a social person, but you just, you know, can't get that going with a chick sometimes. This is where guys run into, well, what do I say? This and that. I'm thinking too much when I'm talking to a chick. I'm nervous. Fuck all that. Every interaction you have with a chick, a stranger, at the job, workplace, whatever it is, you need to see it as practice. Like I said, nigga, you are not Allen Iverson. You ain't AI, bro. You need to practice. So you know a chick at the workplace, right? And you probably talk to her all the time, but you never really thought. You need to think about it like this. This is gonna change the dynamic of how you talking to her. Even if this is a friend that you have, even if this is a chick that you are already, even if this is a friend that you have that's a female, or a chick that you've already been talking to, you talk to her like it's nothing. It's the same thing. So you need to change how you see it. So let's say you see a chick that you've already known and you're talking to her Look at it this way. You are keeping a conversation going with a female. As you're going through the conversation, think about how you're maintaining frame. Think about what you're saying to her. Think about her reactions to what you're saying. Maybe even throw in a little seduction tactic and see how she reacts to it. Not to say that you're trying to fuck your friend. If she bad, go ahead, by all means. If you just trying to practice, get your game up, see how they react. I don't care if they're fat chicks. I don't care if there's some ugly chicks, because y'all have no problem with talking to them. It's really the bad chicks that you got a problem with. That's what you want to know. Okay, well, I just got a relationship. Now I want to fuck some bad bitches. Well, you got to start from ground zero if you ain't already there yet. I'm not finna sit here and tell you to go out by yourself out the gate, because you might not be ready for that. You know, leave all the, like I said, leave the attachment, all the emotions at the door. You can't bring any of that energy out there with you. Every chick that you talk to, step down on chicks left and right. You're strictly doing this to build up your confidence, your approach skills to women, how you interact with them, how you talk to them, because you got to understand you've been out of the game for a while. This happened to me. I was out of the game how I was before I got into a relationship. I was like, man, I used to be doing this like the back of my hand, just talking to chicks like it was nothing. No matter how bad they was, no matter anything, I wasn't nervous at all. Now I'm sitting here thinking like, damn, I don't know what the fuck to say, or shit, I don't even feel like talking to this bitch. That comes from you being rusty, man. So get out here, talk to these females. Just see it as practice, man. It's just straight practice. There's nothing complicated about it. This is a female. Go ahead, talk to her. Get your talk game up. Start getting comfortable with interacting with them. And that's going to steadily progress into you. Okay, now you getting dates with chicks. Now you got chicks that show interest in you. Now when you finally get some play, that's probably going to be one of the first big hurdles you got to get through, because you might start thinking about your other chick, but you can't do that. And nor can you think about this chick that you're piping. You can't think about that chick like she finna be your next girlfriend. Do not jump back into another relationship just getting out of one. That's the dumbest thing you can do. Plenty guys out here get out of a relationship, look for the next girl to fulfill that need of whatever the hell she just created in your life. Now you feel like you got a whole empty space that need to be filled. Ain't no empty space. Do your thing. Get out here. Don't worry about any of the consequences. Don't go out there with expectations on anything. You can't go out and expect to get 10 numbers out the gate and now this chick want to come back the first night. If that happens to you, that's great, man, but most likely it's not gonna happen. You're gonna have to take steps. So start mingling with chicks. Main thing here though is getting your mind right, because after the thing about a relationship with a female is they try to, you know, bring in, you're so used to giving all your attention to her, you're so used to texting her every day, you're used to calling her, talk to her, FaceTime her, all this kind of stuff. You're used to checking her social media. The tips I can give you from that: don't look at none of her stories, don't look at none of her pictures. I would say delete her off all your social medias. Delete her off all your social medias. Don't follow her. You don't need to see this chick. She gone. Don't have any hope of getting this chick back. If you know it's over, it's over. Leave it alone. You asked me this question because you're trying to get over this chick. So get rid of all her social media. Don't be checking in on her friends' friends to see if she's in her stories. Don't do none of that stuff. Her number, messages, this chick is out of your life. You don't need to be associated with anything around her or her friends. Maybe one of her friends found you attractive, and maybe now you trying to fuck with her. Listen, man, you want to do that, go ahead. If she bout it. A lot of these females don't give a damn. So if that helps you, then go ahead. If you, from a moral standpoint, you ain't with it, that's you. You know, set, schedule, appointment to see a chick anymore. You don't have none of that. You're free. Literally, you got to look at it like, I'm free. You can do whatever the hell you want. You see this chick walking down the street, you want to step down on her, there should be no bars held on. That'll help you get around a lot of that anxiety about just breaking up with a chick. Don't even think about, you know, a lot of guys, they just get lonely because, like I said, relationships, females insert themselves into your life like it's a permanent space. Like they needed to be there from the get-go, when in fact they really didn't. You don't need that chick there. You don't need to have, you know, a relationship to feel like you mean something in life, like you're actually doing something. I see plenty of people out here that are like, oh, well, you're not in a relationship. I'm like, listen, I've been through the long-term relationship. I've been through potential wife problem number 1, number 2. I've been through all that stuff. Chicks trying to lock you down. I'm not with that right now. That's not my goal. I'm focused on something totally different. You should be focused on something different too. Don't let none of the people, none of the naysayers, none of the freaking people that are out here trying to say that, oh, well, you should get back with her. Anybody that asks, okay, well, are you still with blah, blah, are you getting back with, leave it alone, bro. Move on. That's how I see it. This is a new day. I might meet a new chick today. She might want to be girlfriend, but that's not gonna happen. That's not on my schedule. It might be tough at first, man, but that's the reason why most relationships end like that. That's the reason why a divorce rate is fucking over 50%. And if you the one that broke up with her or she starts missing you, she will hit you back. This is the time for you to have fun again. This is free time for you. This ain't think about the past when you had with her. Don't think about none of the memories. Don't think about all the good. Don't go to the same spots. You going out with a date with another chick that you find, don't take it to the same spots. Go to a different spot. I don't need you thinking about the great time that you had with your ex, a couple months back. Get you some new pussy. Make sure you're correcting whatever mistakes that you had before going into these next interactions with these females. If she hit you back missing and want to get back together, her spot has been filled with all the bitches that you finna fuck in the next 5, 10, whatever years that you gonna be dropping dick off. Just let her know that it's dropping dick off season.